Hi there. What I'm going to show you today is how to produce mailing labels using your TaxNet Pro account. Now I already went ahead and did my selection criteria of what kind of properties I was looking for, and did a download. That download appears in Excel and it looks exactly as it does here on my screen. The first thing I like to do is just kind of make the columns a little bit bigger. In some cases, it's just hard for me to see. It's easier to work with. So what I'm going to do is get rid of columns that I don't care about. Um, and I already have the owner's zip code here. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete that entire column. So I just deleted that. I don't need the spouse's name. And for that name, I don't need the street name either because I already have it on the far left-hand corner. So I'm going to delete that. In fact, there's nothing else on this screen other than these first couple of columns that I need. So I'm just going to delete all of this to clean up and make it easier for me to work with. Now, when I get ready to do my mailer, I don't want the addresses printed like this on my label because that just doesn't look very professional. So what I'm going to do is just erase this heading because I don't need it. And there is something in Microsoft Excel called the proper function. So you type the word proper and then A2 because that's where the data resides. And notice what happened. It went ahead and put that in a normal format. So now click with the use the left side of your mouse, double click, and it copies that data over. Hit Control C. Now go back here, click with the left button on your mouse. Now click the right button and do the paste values. Look what happened. It moved all that data over here in the right format. So I don't need this column anymore. So I clicked on it, I right clicked, and I'm going to delete it. Now we're going to do the exact same thing with the next field. So I'm going to insert a row so I have a work area. I'm going to type equal proper, if I can spell it. And then I'm going to do B2 because that's where the data resides. That's where that word Alan first appears. Now I'm going to double click on this and notice how it copied it down. Control C, left click here with my mouse, right click, paste values, go up here, left click, now right click to delete and get rid of that column. Now the owner's first name and last name are already in the proper format. If they weren't, and it's not in every county, then you can go in there and change it using that proper function. So now I have all the components I need to be able to produce mailing labels. So let's jump over into Microsoft Word. Well, sorry, let me back up. So now that we've got this in the right format, let's save a copy of it. And so I went ahead and saved it. I already had a file called video data, which is what this is called. So I've saved that file. Now I open a new document in Microsoft Word and I tell it I want to do mail merge. And I want to use mail merge for labels. And so now what it does is it says, okay, well, what kind of a mail label do you want to use? And all the vendors are listed there. I went ahead and chose the Avery US letter. And then now I've got to find the one that uh, the specific number I'm looking for. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for the I think it's the 5160. Sorry, I should have been closer to it. Okay, so the 5160 easy peel, and I say okay. So now the labels, sometimes they show up right here and sometimes they don't. If they don't show up right away, you go over to layout and then you click on the button that says show grids. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select recipients. Do I want to type a new list? No, I want to use the existing list I just made in Excel. So I'm going and I'm looking for it, and I saved it in a file called downloads, and it was called video data. There it is. So I'm going to open that up, and now notice how it fills in certain information. Well, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it the fields I want. Well, I want the owner's first name, and I want a space, and then I want the owner's last name, and then what I want is the line 1 of the address, and then I want the city, and I want the state, and a space, and I want the zip. And then I'm going to tell it, let me look at the results. And that's what the results look like. I know when I had all the fields in there, it looked kind of funny, but that's going to happen just as a real estate issue. So I can now say update labels, and it goes out and it pulls all those in. And now, hey, that all looks good. I click finish and merge. Make sure you have the labels in your printer and put them in according to the instructions, which generally is going to be upside down if you have a laser printer. I hope this helps you, and I've showed you how to make those mailing labels. Now get after it and build your business. Have a great day.